Hey everyone, it's Norm Farrar from Private Label Legion. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the anatomy of an Amazon product listing. But before I get into this, please check out Private Label Legion, our website, or the Facebook group, Private Label Legion. And remember, if you like us, give us a like. So let's talk about this huge open marketplace called Amazon. As we've all seen, you can search products and you'll have a page or search page that comes up with whatever you're looking for. Well, how do you stand out? How do you create a listing that'll keep people engaged and on your page? So let's go through it. You'll be surprised at how many different areas that you have to make sure is optimized to get people to stay on your site and to buy your product. So the first thing, images. Most important thing of all, if you go to the search page, what gets you to go and dive deeper into a product? You might have a competitor to the right, another competitor to the left. Why are they going to pick you? You have to have a good image. So I always preach, go to a product photographer. Don't try to do it yourself. This is where you spend the money. Now, when they click on that up from the search page, they're going to go to your product listing. In that product listing, you're going to notice 7 slots. We call it the slide deck, where you have images and a video. It's either going to be to the left of your main product or across the bottom. That main image has to be on a white background. It's 1,000 by 1,000 pixel, and you want to make sure that it's as wide as possible. Now, just a quick note, if you are doing anything on a mobile phone and you have it where it's more rectangular and you can fill out that space, that will show up incredibly well on a mobile. But on the desktop, it might have a different look. Most of us, we try to fill the frame, which just means that 1,000 by 1,000 pixels is filled up. Okay, now what do you put in these other ones? I've seen a lot of bad things in these other photos where people have just put top view, bottom view, side view, the product on its side. That's not the way to get some great engaged sales. All right, what we can do is take a look at the product benefits, the features, instructions, social proof. So if you have lifestyle images, that all works. And can you put in a video? Doesn't have to be a Hollywood production. It just has to be a product video. And people love it. They love watching videos. And especially you'll start to notice this a lot more on Amazon with their product ads. What are they? They're videos. So there's a reason for it. It's engaging. Now, the next area to look at are the titles. On that search page, take a look at what title that you would click on. Does it get you to click through? Is the title so long, or it sounds like a robot wrote it because there's keyword after keyword after keyword in it? Would you really want to click on that? Or if you had a smaller or shorter title that had a keyword phrase, possibly another keyword phrase, plus a benefit, solving a pain point, keeping it short. Now you can go over 200 characters, but 150 or even smaller will probably get the customer to look at your product, especially on a mobile phone. So we always have to take a look at mobile phones, and I'll tell you why. The majority of searches are done on mobile phones. The majority of purchases are done on the desktop. So just keep that in mind when you're creating either a title and it's really long and it looks like a robot has put it together because you found a bunch of keywords, or it's a couple of keywords that have driven the person over to it and then solving a pain point. That's what I always look at. All right, directly under the title, you'll see a box, a checkbox on a lot of listings, and it'll either be green or typically orange. And these are instant savings. They're your digital coupons. You set them up. They could be either a percentage or $1 off. You make up your mind on that one, but we're going to also get into that and other types of promotions in a later video. Now, when you scroll down, you'll see bullets. And there's usually five bullets. In some cases, there's more, but at the time of this recording, the typical amount of bullets is 5. There are a lot of bad bullets out there, and there's a lot of bad copy. And oh my gosh, it's an emojiville or it's all caps. These are things Amazon does not like this. What is probably the best bullet, or at least the structure for the bullets right now, are just simple bullets, not 500 characters long. Remember, mobile phones, those are where most people are searching. They don't want to fill up their screen with a book. Pain point, what's going to make the person who's buying it, the customer life easier, and then the feature. If you do, you can create 50 characters, you can create 150 characters, but you don't have to stuff. In the past, people would just stuff keywords and stuff keywords. Don't have to do that anymore. And again, it's all about engagement. Can you get that customer to look at it and go, oh, wow, it does this, it does this. Oh, it's going to help me do this. That's what you're looking for. Over on the far side, by the way, you've got the buy box. We all know what that is. You click it, it will tell you about the availability of inventory. So that's important. Okay, let's talk about variations. You'll probably see on some listings that you'll see a 1-pack, 3-pack, 5-pack, or red, green, blue, or different scents. These are called parent-child variations. You can set them up when you're setting up the listing, and it's very easy to do. And what this will allow you to do, instead of setting up a separate listing for each one, you can gang them together. And you can have, let's say that it's small, medium, large, extra large. They can all be in one area. And in some cases, like in clothing, they can also have another variable, which is color. So just kind of keep that in mind. For, let's say, soap, it's great to have a 1-pack, but maybe some people want a 3-pack or a 5-pack. So kind of think of a strategy where you can utilize either small, medium, large, and the colors, and just make it simple for the person to buy. That's everything seen above the fold. What I mean by above the fold is everything that you see on your computer screen that you don't have to scroll. Now let's say people haven't made up their mind. They start scrolling down. They'll see an area called frequently bought together. That's either your product with another one of your products that maybe people like, or your product with other types of products that people have purchased with your product. Like let's say it's an HDMI cable, maybe somebody bought a gaming system with it, or it's soap, maybe somebody bought bath bombs with it. Well, if you have other products, it's always great to have your products being in that frequently bought together. We'll tell you how to do that in another video. When you scroll down even further, now you can provide special offers and promotions. You can provide discounts that could be 5%, 10%, 15% off. You can have discounts on multiple purchases on that 2-pack or 5-pack or 25-pack. You can have buy one, get one free. There's a lot of different types of promotions that you can do when you're setting up your product in Seller Central. There's 2 different descriptions that you're going to see. One is going to be fairly basic, and it's called a product description. That product description is for people that don't have a brand registry. So brand registry is when you register with Amazon a trademark. People who have not registered their trademark have the ability to put up 2,000 characters. Sounds like a lot. It will look like a giant run-on sentence if you don't put in some HTML. Now keep in mind, Amazon's terms of service says you should not use HTML code. I typically use the very basics, bold, maybe an indent, just so it breaks up that really long run-on sentence. Now, if you do have a trademark and you did register with Amazon, then you get a few extra perks. And this is called an A+ page. Now you'll notice this when you scroll and you'll see what looks like almost a mini website. You'll have banners, it'll have images, it'll have more information. It really makes your product stand out. If I was on the fence buying a product and I had the right information on this the A+ page, that would help me make my buying decision. As you scroll down even further, you're going to see 2 areas. it's going to say technical and additional. They're usually side by side. Technical on the left, additional information on the right. And technical information is going to be talking about, or just shows the dimensions, material, weight, while the additional information is going to show you the ASIN, the Amazon Standard Identification Number, which is Amazon's unique identifier for your product, the rating, the BSR, which is best seller rank, and that just shows you where you stand among other sellers in that niche, warranty support, and your feedback ranking. Under that, this is kind of cool. You'll be able to see videos or have people who bought your product put up videos or have just a bunch of related videos within your product listing. When you scroll a little bit further, you're going to get into questions and answers. Now, these don't have to just be provided by the odd curious person. These could be provided by anyone on your team to add more information about the product. What are some really great questions that are going to help solve customer service issues or questions that might just come up in a regular call? So check it out and make sure that you have as many customer service questions as you have. Now, again, the customer service questions are there as a real benefit. This will help the buying decision. And as you scroll a little bit further, I've got a love-hate with this, but these are your reviews and ratings. Now, you're going to expect two things. You're going to expect people that really love your product to give you a 5-star and really hate what they got. It could have been on delivery. It might have been, a delivery from Amazon and the package was smashed or whatever. Now you've got somebody really ticked off and you got this 1-star rating. It happens. It's not if, it's when it happens. And we're going to show you how to minimize the issues with negative reviews. There's all sorts of ways that you can take care of this with customer service and just handling it properly and not reacting negatively against it. Okay, so those are the main things. But on a mobile phone, you've got one other area. I just want to bring your attention to it. You're going to see something called related posts. That's Amazon's social media network. It's called Amazon Posts. You can create your own social media, your own followers. This is a lot of people have no idea that Amazon is trying to create this social network where you can create a follower-based platform. So it's kind of cool. We'll get into that. That's going to be an hour-long video. You'll also see that your listing is surrounded by ads. Well, that's Amazon doing its job. It's trying to, make some money. But if you've got a really solid listing, especially that image and title, then you should be able to lock in sales. One thing I can leave you with is that don't change all of the information at once. If something's not working and you're worried that you're not getting the sales or you don't think the listing is optimized enough, don't change it all at once. Because if you do, and all of a sudden your listing tanks or increases, you don't know what it was, what you did to make it increase or decrease. The other thing I can tell you is that whenever you're looking at your listing and you're starting to see reviews and you're starting to see people's reactions, maybe you'll see it in your feedback, they might say things that will come to your attention to change in your listing. It might be about your product image. It might say, it's not as described, or, it's a different color, or if it's a different size. You can always take notes on that. And when you do reorder, or if you're taking photos of it, you can just address it at that time. So I think that's it. That's the anatomy of a product listing on Amazon. So to get more great information, head over to Private Label Legion, our website, or for more free information, go to our Facebook group, Private Label Legion on Facebook. If you enjoyed this, give us a like.